Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison today. Today we have Ardacris on 1102 rating versus 808 on 1441 rating. So Ardacris just inside the top 100, but 808 far more established in the top 100 with that score. Opening hands are Braincon, Deep Prison, Caius, Dark Armed, and Windblast. This looks like it could be a couple of different things. I'm gonna guess that it's probably the Dark Diva hero deck that 808's been playing recently and absolutely crushing with. So I'm gonna assume this is Dark Diva hero. Mirror Force, Miracle, Swap Frog, Substitute, MST, and Raigeki Break. So this looks like Hero Frog, but we'll see if they're playing any Spice. Swap Frog coming down now, dumping Treeborn, bouncing back. Okay, setting the Raigeki Break and passing. Draw for turn is Diva. Yeah, you're a little unable to play right now because the Braincon Caius isn't live, the Braincon Diva isn't live. If they're not leaving you monsters up, this hand doesn't really do anything. Just going to pass now. Draw for turn is Treeborn. Okay. Swap Frog coming out, dumping Substitute, attacking in. Okay. And bouncing back, yeah. Okay, just passing. I wonder if there was a line there. So Swap Frog, dump Treeborn to special summon, then do full Frog combo into a double dupe lock. But yeah, I guess your opponent hasn't done anything yet, and you might know what they're on. So yeah, I guess this is fine. Draw for turn is Spy. Spy's a cool card. I like seeing this. I think 808's been a bit of a pioneer for this, but Spy in Diva Hero is kind of it's good because it normally survives the attack if you set it, and then it brings out either an Ascendant or another Spy. So it's either two bodies to go with the two Divas, or one body in a pop. And then a level 8 synchro. So yeah, really cool card to see in this deck. Also helps you modulate darks if you're lucky enough to draw Dark Armed. It can really help you get darks in the grave early, which is cool. Just going to set the Spy now and pass me. It's not going to go off here because this Raigeki Break's probably going to hit it. yeah, draw phase, Raigeki Break, pitch the Treeborn, bring the Treeborn back, and then yeah, do full Frog combo now. Okay, this is a bit light for full Frog combo. But fine, I guess. Maybe they're only playing 2 swap. They can't be playing 2 swap 1 dupe, but I think they've just left a dupe and maybe a Unifrog in. Okay, draw for turn is a Deep Prison now. So they're going to Braincon the dupe. Yeah, they can do this, then they can Caius, or they can Diva. Okay, 808 goes for the Diva line. So they can Diva, Armory Arm, Goyo, and then attack in. Yeah, okay, they're choosing to take it. I don't love that, just because this, so there's 2 reasons. If they draw onto like Salvage or something, if you think this is like pure Frogs, Fishborg, then they've already got Substitute access, so there's no real reason to keep it out of the grave. You know, they're oversubscribed on Pot of Avarice, they're fine for Salvage, they've got it as an option, but Substitute has this line of text: Frog monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So yeah, I guess the idea is that 808 probably wants to use it for a tribute for Caius next turn, but taking it can sometimes get you a bit stuck. Okay, going to set the Deep Prison now, pass, draw for turn is Soul Exchange, brings up the Treeborn now. They could Soul Exchange, normal summon the Gauze here, but I don't think that's a good line. Yeah, they're just going to go with MST, Mirror Force down and pass. Draw for turn is a Windblast now. Goyo are going to try and go in. Okay, so they've not, in main phase 1, they've not sought to Caius banish. Maybe because of the 2 back row. Maybe they're nervous about the 2 back row. But yeah, this doesn't do anything. Yeah. okay, we're seeing it. We're seeing it live in 4K. We're seeing a rare, very rare 808 misplay. Okay. Good to see. Good to see. Even some of the best players on the ladder can make mistakes from time to time. So yes, Substitute is protecting their own Treeborn. Also didn't choose to Caius in main phase 2. I think these back row are just something they're a bit wary of. Draw for turn is a Heavy Storm now. Not going to go with that. Going to go with the Swap Frog, dump Swap Frog, bounce back, and pass. Yeah, okay, now they're probably going to do the Caius line. Although... Although they're... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they've got a few different lines actually. The Stratos makes this interesting. So going to main phase 1. Yeah, 808 hitting a big thing. Yeah, because there's a few things you can do here, a few things you can set up. I still think you have to Caius, banish, and then start getting in for some damage. The Mirror Force is down, so maybe it's Caius hit the back row. Yeah, okay, so they can. Yeah, this is what's interesting, right? They've got Wind Blast to put Plague in rotation, then they can potentially Brio with the Stratos and dump a Malicious, which would be good. But then they haven't got another tuner access. Yeah, so Stratos bring out Malicious, Plague stack for D-Prism, bring out the Brio now. Brio, yeah, priority, going to hit both cards, so going to bounce back MST and Treeborn. MST is going to go off and destroy their own D-Prison. Yeah, and now you have Dad live. Yeah, because you discarded 2 darks and you're on 1. So this is Dad. This would be game, but they've got Gauze. So, yeah, Brio's going to get in. I'm going to take that one. And then I think you just draw Gauze now. Yeah. That's fine. Goya's going to take the Gauze. And then Dad's going to be over the other token. This is a rough position to be in, though. Your opponent's about to draw up to 6. You know one of them's the back row that you just spun back. So it's 5 real cards in a back row. And all of your monsters are out. And you've only got a Malicious for follow-up. And you still got the Subsitoad. So you still can't battle over any frog. Okay. So, yeah, the draw is Mirror Force that we knew because it was stacked. Treeborn coming out now. Okay, just going to set... Oh, I'm probably going to set it all, actually. Yeah, just going to set it all. So the reason I think they're doing this is because now 808 has to pick, right? So they've got to pick between bouncing and destroying the back row or a mix of the front row and the back row, and then hoping they don't hit the Mirror Force. So what do you do here? You got three banishes, although you probably want to keep the Malicious. And you've got a discard for Brio. But you've got to hit at least this monster. This is also a Treeborn, but they've got to hit the one they actually know about. And they could probably assume this is another frog card. Yeah, it's a tough situation. So 808 is going to banish the Spy. I assume this means they're targeting back row. Oh god, just pick one, 808, Jesus. For the love of the Lord, just pick one. There you go. So yeah, it hits both. Yeah, it hits 3. Okay, hits all 3, and then they're gonna Brio bounce the Treeborn. Surely not. Okay, bounce the other one. Okay, but you still can't get through these. And ironic that or maybe not ironic, but maybe unfortunate that they've hit the Miracle Fusion Heavy Storm Soul Exchange. The one they left in is the real threat. Yeah, the one they left in play is the real threat. Yeah, realization they've not only made one misplay this game, they've made it again. So Goya's going to go after the Treeborn, but it's a Treeborn. Haha, please make me lose this. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll be feeling the same. Draw for turn is a Caius now. Caius is good. This takes care of the Dad and the Brio. So Caius for the Dad, attack into the Brio, yeah. And now, so the reason this is good is because now you set them up to have to attack to clear your board. And you've got a Mirror Force for that. Yeah, and they're probably... I think 808 probably now has to consider whether or not they just want to crash in to try and get this move in, but this just plays so hard into Mirror Force. Yeah, so Ardacris is going to let them take the damage from the Subsitoad. They're going to try and get in with the Goya. That's going to get met with a Mirror Force. Yeah. And all you've got is set Spy pass now. You're not dead, right? So I'm assuming 808 plays at least 2 Spy, 1 Descendant, or 3 Spy, just depending on their build. So they've got Caius attacking. You'll summon another one which can defend you from the Swap Frog. You're at 28, so you're okay on life. Draw for turn is D-Prison, so it's not over yet, but feels rough. Swap Frog coming down now. Oh, 808's had enough. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're at 28, and Yeah, that wasn't game. But yeah, they're probably feeling a bit rough after that. Probably a bit tilted after that. Okay, let's see if they can shake it off for games 2 and maybe 3. So opening hands are MST 1-for-1, Alias, Raigeki Break and Dupe, Trap Stun, Miracle Fusion, Future Fusion, Trap Stun, Mask, and Prodigy. Okay, so we're going to start with Future Fusion now, dumping Ocean and Malicious. That's for Ab-Zero. Yep. Sets a Trap Stun. Yeah, I wonder if I'd have set the Mask. It's probably not going to matter into the MST, but yeah, it feels like the worst things frogs do to you are on the back of like Subsitoad. Okay, they're going to MST hit the Trap Stun, so yeah, I guess it didn't matter. 1-for-1 now. Yeah, unless they set both, which would have played massively into heavy. Yeah, but this is now full frog combo. Okay, that's a more full frog combo than we saw last time. I guess I've just left Unifrog. Yeah, which actually they're probably going to bring out now. Yeah. Yeah, Unifrog coming down now. Miracle Fusion, Jesus, for an Ab-Zero. This is a lot of commitment. I would say that. This is a lot of commitment into a 5-card hand next turn. Unifrog is going to get rid of that Future Fusion though, which is nice. And that Ab-Zero is huge. Draw for turn is a Spy. What do you do here? You've got Ab-Zero. Okay, they're going to go with Prodigy. Okay, yeah, they don't want to use the Mali. That makes sense. Okay. Brings out their own Ab-Zero, but Ab-Zero can only get into the Dupe Frog. Yeah. But I guess this is a bit of a threat. But now you can't really set Trap Stun or Mask because of the Unifrog. So your hand's just a bit weird. They could have also set the Spy and tried to get that in rotation. But yeah, chose not to. Okay, bringing out the Treeborn now. Battle phase, Unifrog going to go in direct. And then Ab-Zero, yeah, choosing to crash here, which I think is fine. Yeah, you've got the Fader, so you're okay. Draws into the Descendant. So they do play the Descendant still. They just didn't... maybe it comes in from the side. I don't know, I just feel like they wouldn't have scooped game 1 if they were playing it. So Spy set, Mask set. Okay, and Trap Stun set. Okay. Pass. Draw for turn is a Malicious Edge. That's a little unfortunate, but I assume you fire off Mask now. Yeah, so Mask in standby. They're going to set the Raigeki Break. And pass. Draw for turn is Miracle Fusion. Okay, that is live. That is live. So Gravekeeper Spy now. Going to bring out the other Spy. They can normal summon the Descendant and they can pop that back row. Oh no, sorry, they can't pop the back row. They can pop a monster card with Descendant. They're going to Mali for Mali now. And they're going to Miracle Fusion with the Mali and the Ab-Zero. Yeah, just getting the Malis out of rotation, I guess, works because you really don't want to draw one. So I think that makes sense. So that's going to bring out Ab-Zero now. Going to try and get in. That's going to get in. Going to get in with the other Spy. In with the Descendant. And then in with the Ab-Zero, which is going to get Raigeki Break to pitch in the Swap Frog. That's going to get countered with Trap Stun. Okay. That's nice. It's a nice lot of damage, but again, 808 is just kind of out here. Nothing else. Nothing else to draw. Nothing else but the draw, sorry. If this whole field gets outed. But it is tough, right? Because it's Mask of Restrict. Stopping, like, the Malicious Edge play. So yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, draw Caius, pass. Yeah, Fader is going to get to come down. Then, yeah, it's really intelligent of them to attack with the Descendant or the Ab-Zero. And then, yeah, and then be able to move these to defense where they've actually got some pretty good defense points. Draw for turn is a Torrential. Yeah, bring out the Treeborn and set that. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is Return. Yeah, so they've... I mean, we can see that there is a very simple line for game of just switch the Spies to attack, get in, but yeah, or tribute tribute the Descendant, get in. Oh, you can't tribute, sorry, under your own mask. Yeah, you're under your own mask. 808's going to move the... Okay, they're going to move this to defense. I guess they're worried about Mirror Force, which is fine. But it's not... Yeah, it's not the right read. Sets the other mask. Passes. Yeah, the Treeborn's going to get to trigger their own Torrential now. Draw is equal. They're going to equal for the Stratos. Yeah, oh no, sorry, they couldn't Treeborn, yeah, because they got the Torrential. I'm messing all this up. It's been a long game. They're going to summon out the Stratos, and then they're going to use the, yeah, so Stratos 1, Torrential 2. Yeah. And they're going to add the Ocean. Yeah. Pass, draw for turn is Mind Con. Just going to set the return and pass. Return is okay here. Yeah, if they don't do anything, return's good. Standby phase, bring out the Treeborn, summon the Ocean, going to get in for 15. Going to pass it back, draw for turn is Deprison. Yeah, so they can take one, they can return. Yes, this is Prodigy, Ocean, Malicious, and Malicious. They surely should have done this in Standby. Oh no, I guess it doesn't, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Mindcon, take. Yeah, anyway, saying Gauze is GG, but otherwise he's got it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, just discussing whether or not Ab-Zero could come out with Return, it can't. So yeah, 808 wins that out eventually. So we've got game 3. This is cool, so let's see the hands. It's Deprison, Diva, Armageddon Knight, Mali, and Mirror Force. Gauze, Dust Tornado, Treeborn, Heavy, Riser, and Battle Fader. Just going to start with set Treeborn, no set Dust. The back row was kind of a good counter this side, but they have got Heavy anyway, so I guess they just don't see it as required. Yeah, I'm going to set the Gravekeeper Spy and set the Deprison. Pass. Draw for 10 is a Substode. Wow, what a rip. Okay, so this is full frog combo. Yep. Dupe and double dupe. Yep. Yeah. Already established. This is nice. Okay, they've got the Spy and the Diva now. So let's see what they go for. Yeah, going to flip the Spy, summon the Spy, normal summon the Diva, bring out the other Diva. Then they've got a 6 here with Brio, which can help them get rid of the Mali. Pitch the Mali, bounce one back. Yep, vanish the Mali, bring one out. This is a level 8. Wow. Okay. This is Stardust now, so yeah, Brio can get in, Stardust can get in, and Spy can get in. Yeah. Yeah, and that's going to trigger the Gauze. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think what else is also rough as well, that's a lot of resource to put into this Stardust. They've got Treeborns, and yeah, they could have Risers, Caiuses, whatever, that can deal with your Stardust. Sets the Mirror Force, passes back. Draw for turn as a Raigeki break. Treeborn Frog coming out now. Yeah, use that for a Riser to spin the Stardust. Heavy Storm the back row. Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. I mean, it's not over. But 808's seen enough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was a really rough game for them, start to finish. What a win for Ardacris as well. That's pushed them, you know, further into the top 100. It's a big win for them. Any time anyone wins over 808, it's a big win. But yeah, this one just felt bad from the get-go. Right, what can they even do to recover here? So we can see the hands, so we've got more knowledge. So imagine they then go into the set Raigeki break, set Dust after this, after they've cleared and attacked. They've also got maybe Swap Frog out for a bit more damage with pitching the dupe. So we don't know what the next draw is, but like, let's just check their resources. They've not got the Mali live because they've already used it. They've got Armor Knight, Diva, and nothing else. So they, yeah, depending on what the draw is, but the draw, what can the draw even be? So this will give them 3 Darks in Grave, if they destroy the spy. So potentially Dad gets them back in the game, but you'd be, you know, summoning Dad into potentially a Raigeki break. So maybe it would only have a chance to get one shot off. Yeah, there's just not. I just don't think there's anything they can draw. They could draw a Miracle Fusion. That give them an Ab-Zero. So they could maybe take out the monsters. Summon the Armonite, dump a Plague. Yeah, Goyo Ab-Zero. But does that... I don't think that wins. Yeah, it's a really unfortunate match for 808. I think they've scooped both game 1 and 3 a bit early, but after the misplays, they would have maybe felt a bit tilted and just didn't want to carry on, which I can totally understand. You make one misplay, feels bad. You make the same misplay again, feels even worse. But yeah, I mean they still played pretty well, even though they probably weren't loving this game. And then Ardacris, yeah, really piled on the pressure this game. Held the Gauze, made the Gauze count, made the Monarch spin back the Stardust so the Heavy Storm would go through and pop both back rows which were very relevant. Yeah, a lot of pressure very early, and Frog's able to get it done this time. Really cool match though. Nice, again, we've seen a lot of Dark Diva Hero on the channel. I'm going to keep featuring it because I like watching it play, especially in the hands of like 808, Swag, etc. I think they're both, all the players we see on it are really good with it, and it's always really fun to watch. But yeah, Frog's getting it done this time.